Hi there, it's June 24th and time for Proverbs 24. So we're finishing up our 30 sayings that we're supposed to memorize and keep ready on our lips at all times, right? And then there's a few more added down here, but we'll finish the last 10 or 12 today. Okay. You should probably read 22, 23, and 24 over and over until it's ingrained in your head, like it says. Ready on your lips, right? Okay. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their minds devise violence, and their lips talk of trouble. I kind of said this in different ways, but it's there again. It's important, right? Don't envy these people. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established, and by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. You get that? How do you get pleasant and precious riches, right? Wisdom, understanding, knowledge. All of that comes from following the Lord and reading your Bible. Okay, that's where it's all found. And by doing that, the rooms are filled with precious and pleasant riches. Right? The next one, a wise man is strong, and a man of knowledge increases power. For by wise guidance you will wage war, and in abundance of counselors there is victory. Right? Wise man is strong in strength. Man of knowledge increases power. Right? There's always some very smart person at the head of any successful army, right? With lots of guidance. Wisdom is too exalted for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. Wisdom is too high over here. High, exalted. In the place where wisdom should be shown, at the gate. Some people will never learn, right? Okay, the next one. One who plans to do evil men will call a schemer. The devising of folly, foolishness, is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to men. Right? Protesters, right? Protesters, not fighting for a better way, just fighting, okay? Because most of them are getting paid to do that. Because somebody evil is trying to tear down what is good, right? An abomination to men. Good stuff. If you are slack in the day of distress, your strength is limited. Your strength is small. Okay? Man hath no trial of his strength till it be in troubles. Right? You never know how strong you are till you have to prove it, right? Some people will crumple up and run away. Okay, the next one. 11 and 12. Deliver those who are being taken away to death and those who are staggering to slaughter. Oh, hold them back. If you say, see, we did not know this, does he not consider it who weighs the hearts? And does he not know it who keeps your soul? And will he not render the man according to his work? Okay. Could this be people that don't know about Jesus and aren't getting saved when you have the power to tell them about Jesus? You can say, oh, I didn't know that. Okay. The Lord knows whether you know it or not. Okay. That's important if you're talking about saving souls. Okay, 13 and 14. My son, eat honey, for it is good. Yes, the honeycomb is sweet to your taste. Know that wisdom is thus for your soul. If you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Honey is good. It tastes good. It makes you feel good. Wisdom also does the same thing for your soul that honey does for your body, right? Find it. It's in the Bible, okay? 15 and 16. Do not lie in wait, a wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not destroy his resting place, wicked people. For a righteous man falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in time of calamity. Right. Righteous man falls 7 times and rises again, right? There's a note over here for that one. He's subject to many perils, but God delivereth him, right? If you have God behind you, you'll always get up, okay? Okay, 17 and 18. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, or the Lord will see it and be displeased and turn his anger away from him. Okay? Don't gloat, okay? Don't gloat when your enemy falls, okay? Don't let your heart be glad when he stumbles. Okay? The Lord will see that. See you gloating and happy and dancing because something terrible has happened to somebody, though they're your enemies, right? Lord doesn't like that. Think about that. 19 and 20, do not fret because of evildoers, or be envious of the wicked. Okay, that's the 3rd time this is mentioned, at least. For there will be no future for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. No future for those guys. Right? We have a future in Jesus. Okay, 21 and 22. That's the last one. My son, fear the Lord and the king. Do not associate with those who are given to change. This rebellion, like all these protesters, right? For their calamity will rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin that comes from both of them. I love the footnotes over here, meaning either of the wicked and seditious. That's verse 19, or them that fear not God, nor obey their king. These guys will fall suddenly. Okay? You don't want to be around when they do. Okay, so that was the 30 sayings. Okay, do you know them all? I mean, a lot of them are just common sense, right? But it's good to know them. Can I quote them chapter and verse? No, I'm not able to do that, okay? But I know them all, okay? They're all ingrained. Okay, these are also sayings of the wise. Okay? More sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judgment is not good. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, peoples will curse him, nations will abhor him. But to those who rebuke the wicked will be delight, and a good blessing will come upon them. Now, what's going on now in all these courts? Now, there are some crooked courts. There were crooked courts back then because they talk about it, right? Right? Show partiality in judgment. It says to the wicked, you are righteous. It's happening. You don't have to mention any names or stuff. You just look at what's going on now. Right? 26, he kisses the lips who gives the right answer. They shall kiss the lips of him that answereth upright words. Honest answer. A kiss on the lips was considered a very good thing back then. We don't do that much now, but 27, prepare your work outside and make it ready for yourself in the field. Afterwards, then build your house. Right? Get the grounds ready first. Work on your foundation, right? 28, do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips. Do not say, thus I shall do to him as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. Pay him back. Okay? Don't get even. Okay? That's God's job. Okay? If you do somebody does something evil to you, and you do it back to them, you are also evil. Okay? You are also sinning. Don't do it. Okay. Now the last 5 is a parable, a story that Solomon tells. Okay? Laziness. Okay? I passed by the field of a sluggard and by the vineyard of a man lacking sense. Yeah, back then everybody was given a plot of land, right, to work. Be nice if that was today, huh? And behold, it was completely overgrown with thistles, its surface was covered with nettles, and its stone wall was broken down. When I saw, I reflected upon it. I looked and received instruction. Right? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, one of his favorite sayings. Right? Then your poverty will come as a robber, and your want like an armed man. Right? Laziness. Okay. Laziness is, there are enough opportunities, in the world today. There's no reason for somebody to be lazy and not have enough, because there are plenty of opportunities. There's always something you can do. Okay. So there you go. That's Proverbs 24. We finished our 30 sayings. Okay. You could go over them all, but that would take hours. Okay. Don't envy evil men, nor desire to be with them. Right? By wisdom a house is built, by understanding it is established, and by knowledge. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. By that the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. You get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Bible. Okay? Wise man is strong, and a man of knowledge increases power. Always look for the wise man. Okay? Wisdom is too exalted for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. Fools never learn. One who plans to do evil will be called a schemer, and the devising of foolishness or folly is sin. And the scoffer is an abomination to men. Okay? It says to men, doesn't say to God, right? If you're slack in the day of distress, your strength is limited. Okay? You people pretend to be big and strong, but when trouble comes, they run away. Okay? That's the true test of your strength. Okay? And this one, if you read this in the context of witnessing, saving souls, telling others about Jesus, it takes on a new light, right? Deliver those who are being taken away to death, and those who are staggering to slaughter. Oh, hold them back. If you say, see, we did not know this, does he not consider it who weighs the hearts? And does he not know it who keeps your soul? And will he not render to a man according to his work? Bring back about that. Eating honey feels good, makes you feel good, it's good for your taste. Wisdom does that for your soul. Wisdom is good food for your soul, right? Do not lie wait against the righteous. The righteous man falls 7 times and rises again. Okay? We never give up. Don't rejoice when your enemy falls, or the Lord will see it and be displeased and turn his anger away from him. Do you want that? No. Sure. I grew up with a brother very close to me, 10 months younger, so we were basically treated the same. Okay, if one of us got in trouble and got a spanking, and the other one laughed at him for getting a spanking, I would get a spanking too. If I laughed at him, he would get a spanking too if he laughed at me. Okay, it's very similar. The Lord does that. If the Lord is spanking somebody and you're laughing at them for it, don't be surprised if you also get a spanking. Okay, good way to do that verse. Don't fret because of evildoers, and be envious of the wicked. There is no future for them. Right. Do not associate with those who give in to change. Rebels, some of them say, right? No, not with them that are seditious. Old language. For their calamity will rise suddenly. Okay. And then the new ones. This goes on today. More judges should read this verse, right? To show partiality and judgment is not good. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, peoples will curse him, nations will abhor him. But to those who rebuke the wicked will be delight, and a good blessing will come upon them. Okay, these judges know what they're doing, okay, when they're releasing criminals and releasing people. They know what they're doing, okay. They're saying to the wicked, you're right, you're free to go. when they know they're evil. Okay? They're working for somebody else. Okay? There you go. That's Proverbs 24. And that's the last of Solomon's writings, okay, except for 31. Tomorrow we will start to right? These are all they're Solomon's Proverbs, but these the men of Hezekiah and Judah transcribed or wrote down. So we will do that tomorrow. There you go. Take those 30 sayings and read them over and over again, 22, 23, and 24, until they're just knowledge that is ingrained in you, okay? He says, memorize those. Keep those ready on your lips at all times. You should live by those. So it's important. And it's some of them repeat. So it says 30, there may only be 25 because some of them he reiterates twice. So there you go. Stay tuned later. We are on day 175, I think, of Through the Bible in a Year. Let me check real quick. Yep, 175. So we're in the book of Acts. We'll be in the book of Acts for a while. We're right in the middle of Stephen's testimony, and it's one of the best testimonies in the entire Bible. And he's going to get stoned for it. Because, just what we read, people are lying. False witnesses are saying false things. Right? God will get those people. So stay tuned for that. Give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll continue. See you next time.